What are you doing? Only a fool would play God!
Hello there, Jojo here, and we are back with One Piece. Guys, I am super excited for this because this might be the highest tier feat in the entire franchise that we're going to calculate today, so let's get into this. In the game One Piece Unlimited World Red, the villain of the game, Patrick Redfield, uses his pen, which aided Tanuki Devil Fruit, to make not only a perfect replica of Enies Lobby, Fishman Island, and Alabasta, but also a literal sun as well. Now, this is not the size of an actual sun. We know this because it appears to be sitting among the clouds, not off in space. Now, these clouds are almost certainly cumulus clouds, which sit anywhere from 200 to 2,000 meters in the sky. However, on hot days, these clouds can reach as high as 3,000 meters. And because it would really be hard to get any hotter than being next to a sun, these clouds are definitely somewhere in the 2 to 3 kilometer range. But we're going to go with the 2 kilometer range for low clouds. So if the distance between the ocean and the lowest clouds is 2 kilometers and 126 pixels, the sun itself comes to be about 339 pixels or 5.38 kilometers in diameter. A sun with this diameter would have a surface area of about 90 million meters squared, and assuming a temperature that is similar to that of a red star, 4,000 degrees Kelvin, we find that it is producing about 309 kilotons of TNT per second. Now, the sun itself seems to be self-sustaining, so after generating this power for the first time, Patrick Redfield really can't be scaled to the energy it produces, meaning that we really can't use the energy released over time for a versus debate, unless something specific happens or, I just changed my mind. Make sense? Taking the diameter of the sun, 5 kilometers, we can find that it has a volume of about 81.978 billion cubic meters. Because our own sun has a density of about 1,408 kilograms per cubic meter, we can assume that this sun has a similar density, leading to Redfield's sun having a mass of about 114 trillion kilograms. Now, when Patrick Redfield makes this sun, it expands very quickly out from the center, covering its radius in about half a second, giving us a speed of 12,282 miles per hour or over Mach 16. To move this much mass at this speed, and Redfield would require energy about 413 gigatons of TNT. Next, we can calculate the gravitational potential energy of this sun. This is basically the energy it would have if it got dropped. So the sun's mass of 114 trillion kilograms dropped at normal Earth gravity from a height of 3.7 kilometers would net a power of 1,004 megatons of TNT. These might not be even close to the top tier feats of One Piece, but that's because we have not accounted for the final part of this feat. But before we get to that, please leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel, it helps a lot. Anyways, back to the actual thing you're here for. The last thing we need to calculate, and that I've been putting off, is the power to create all the sun's mass out of nothing. Thanks to Albert Einstein, we know that energy equals mass times speed of light squared. And so, plugging the sun's 114 trillion kilograms into this formula, and we get energy of 2.467 zetatons of TNT, which makes all the other things we just calculated less than a rounding error, pretty much. For the record, this is not that far away from planet busting, but it's also not quite there yet. It's worth mentioning that while Redfield was using Pato, his Tanuki pen, to make the sun, Pato cannot manifest a significant portion of his power without a user. Luckily, Redfield did fight all the Straw Hats at the same time using Pato, so while we can't scale it to any single member of the crew, Luffy certainly can scale to at least a very high percentage of this given the events of the current manga. And while this might seem to be a bit of an outlier, it's really not, because Whitebeard himself is stated multiple times to be able to destroy the world, and this isn't even quite at that level yet. The scale of One Piece feats are only going to go up and up and up, so by the time One Piece ends, I think these will be pretty casual level of feats. So until next time guys, thank you for watching, see you next time, remember to stay spectacular, Jojo, out.